Hello. Hi, friends. I'm gonna wait for just a second until I see that there's some people popping up. Make sure I have some friends here. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Do I have some friends? Hi, everybody. Hey, guys. So I'm gonna preface and just kind of start with this, you guys. Live videos have just ruined me. I get so chatty with just doing my makeup and talking to the girls on my social media, and I just keep going. And so to narrow this down to 4 or 5 minutes, it's gonna take a lot to not be chatty. So I'm gonna start with that and say I'm so sorry if I go over time. I don't exactly know why Mindy and Mandy invited me to do this tonight, but I am flattered, and I'm flattered by the write-up that they gave me, and I'm very humbled. So thank you, guys. It's really weird to go in and talk about yourself. But literally, guys, welcome to the journey. You're on it. Whether you are an upline of mine that is been on this journey a little bit longer than me, if you're kind of at my stage and you're one of the girls talking tonight, if you are girls right underneath us that are artists and you are so eager to get a team going, or if you are VIPs tonight and you are here excited to learn, welcome to the journey, you guys, and I am very excited to tell you about mine. I want to start with this really quick, you guys. If you get nothing else out of this, if my long rambling story doesn't interest you, I hope that you take from this that you guys, it is never a bad thing to set expectations for yourself. It makes you a better person. It makes you more successful, in my opinion. It makes you a better leader. It is never bad to have expectations for yourself, for your team, for people in your life. Make them realistic, obviously, but set expectations, you guys. Another thing, be persistent and consistent even when struggles come. I hope you guys take that away from this. And then the biggest thing, you guys, do not make a plan B. Like, there can't be a plan B. I think if you give yourself a route out, then you are setting yourself up for a little bit of failure. If you come into this mascara journey and you're like, well, as long as I pay off my kit, I'll be okay. I think if you've got any doubt, if you're looking back whatsoever, you guys, you're setting yourself up for a little bit of failure. So anything that you do in your life, be persistent and consistent. Set expectations, and don't go into it with a plan B. Go into it with, this is the only plan I've got to do and I'm going to do. So here we go, you guys. This is a little bit about me. I am a 27-year-old ranch mama and wife. We live in a tiny little town called Flagler, Colorado. And no, I've never been skiing. When people hear I'm from Colorado, they ask about the mountains, and you guys have never been up there. So we live on the plains. It's ranch land. We raise cattle, show pigs, and our 3 little sweethearts together, Landon, Luke, and Lena. You guys, what got me here is I think I've never been bored in life. I can tell you that. It feels like things have happened, and hopefully you can relate to this, that things have happened one after another, one after another. And so right out of college, my husband and I get married, and we've already got a little boy together. Right after that, people told us, hey, you're never going to regret raising your kids, having all your kids and having them close to in age to each other. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. So that's what we did. And it was boom, 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 3 pregnancies in a row to make it short and sweet, 1 miscarriage, and then 2 babies. And so, just the bills started piling up, and that's where I'm going with this, you guys. Bills started piling up. We had a falling out with my husband's family who farms, and that was one of our incomes. So thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars of startup costs and equipment came along that we weren't expecting, you guys. And where we live, I don't even live in this little town of 500 people. I live 15 miles outside of it. So it was like I heard this on the experience. It was like a ton of bricks on my chest, you guys, that I know that it is so important. That's all I'd ever prayed for, is just to be a mom, just to, and I would pray and pray and pray and say, if you let me have this baby, I will jump in feet first, and I will do my very best job. Please, 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 right? That's just kind of what I had prayed for. Well, then I find myself doing the same thing, you guys, feeling like, even though I know it's important that a mom is home with their kids, and that raising up your family is one of the most important jobs financially, with all the stress that was coming along with being newlyweds of 4 years with 3 kids, and it's our responsibility, it falls on you like a ton of bricks. Like I said, I've got to keep them fed, I've got to keep them clothed, I've got to keep them warm. That's my responsibility. So a ton of bricks on my chest, and just I had to be a doer. I had to find something. And so it was just turning into prayer. I love how Aaron brought that in. It was just turning into prayer, you guys, that my husband and I both, that just give me something, God. And just the same with my babies. Give me something, give me a sign, and I will do it. I will jump into it, feet first, and hit the ground running. And so I was perusing Instagram, and we had just been talking along a lot this summer that, you know, even if I found a job, you guys, I have an early childhood education degree, even if I found a job in this little town, that there's no daycare. So I was going to have to drive my kids an hour to daycare, back to my job, back to get my kids, and back 15 miles out of town, back to our house. So any job I was going to find locally, we were going to be able to pay for the daycare costs, we were going to be able to pay for the gas, and that was all the money I was going to make. So it was just piling up. In July, I'm on Instagram, and I see a live video of this gal, and this is going to sound really familiar to you guys, but she's got this really pretty makeup, and she's got this really pretty compact with all of her makeup that she needs in one tin. And to boot, you guys, she's got a little girl crawling around behind her, you know, and that lifestyle was just, that was me right there. I've got 3 kids. All I can think of is mommy this and mommy that. I don't have time for a makeup routine whatsoever. You know, I get the kids ready first, and then if there's time on the way to church or on the way in the car, I throw on a little bit of mascara. And so I had all these ideas of items that I wanted to purchase, and I reached out to the girl that she tagged in this video. She said, get a hold of my gal. Her name is Maskcara Mindy. And I would say that, you guys, I'm flabbergasted now that I had no idea that how Mindy was going to impact my life. I had no idea this was it, that this was what God was bringing us. And so, seriously, I get a hold of this gal. I still need to give her a little bit of a hard time that she added up this PayPal invoice that was, it was a little crazy. And so, you know, I couldn't afford that, you guys. All I could think of was that we can't afford this. What if somebody has to go to the hospital because they break a leg? What if our furnace goes out? I can't afford this. I can't buy something for myself. So I like how Erin and Emily said this too. Research, and I find out that this company is so new. There's hardly anybody in Colorado, let alone miles and hours within my area. And I bring it up to my husband. And I think this is the part that the girls kind of wanted me to talk about, because I've only shared this, I think, with maybe just with Mindy. But I bring it up to my husband, and we say, yes, this sounds really good. We find out what it costs to invest, you guys, and that, you know, that's a little bit more than what it was just if I wanted to buy the makeup. And so I'm really upset. I'm really torn up. I don't know what to do, because if we wait till January, all we can think is, what if somebody else comes out into this area and starts selling it? Like, this is ground floor. We've got to hit it. We've got to get going. And I just don't have the money to spend. And so this is when my 8-year-old son comes into the room, and we all know how much money's in his piggy bank because he's so freaking proud of it. And he's got $440 in his savings account, and he says, Mom, just take this. And I was so embarrassed and so disappointed in myself that we'd gotten to that level. And I said, no. I turned it down. Sorry, I'm crying. Turned it down. After a couple more days, it was still on my brain, still on my heart. And it turned into, Mom, just take it. And he just threw it at me. I don't want it back. I want you to take it. So we took it. If you guys know, if you buy the artist kit, it's $430 with tax. We took it. And that, you guys, is where I'm going to kind of end it there, is that I promised him I'd pay it back with interest. That was where my mindset was at. It was just, I've got to go, I've got to pay my son back. And, you know, this was the only thing the only option I had left. And so I don't know if it was that mentality, you guys. Just have expectations of myself to persist and be consistent, no matter your struggles, no matter the fact that I live out here in such a remote location that I'm really, excited that my internet's working even, but, you know, to go do a party, to go put makeup on, you know, do a selfie or do like a color match, it's going to take me hours of time and miles of driving to do these things. And so, you know, I started coming up with Facebook parties and Facebook outlines and working from home and staying home and saving that gas mileage and just figuring out ways that I was going to have to make it work no matter what. And you guys, I cannot stress enough how amazing it's been. I could have never dreamed of this. I could have never dreamed. This is not at all, not at all to toot my horn. I really think it's just there's nobody out here selling it. Nobody had heard of it. It's a wonderful product. Like the twins say, it sells itself. And I was just the first one out here. And so my sales have been amazing, you guys. The feedback and the amount of customers I have is incredible. I never could have dreamed a spotlight of the month with the company and number 2 in sales with the company, number 2 on my team for a second month in the row. I could have never imagined that. But you guys, I guess what I want you to take away from this, and I'm very, very proud to say that I've matched my husband's income one of these months. I have paid my son back with interest, and the future is, you guys, it's just hard not to dream and be excited for the future. And so anything I just hope that you get out of this, you guys, not a pity party for Jessica, is just but I hope that you guys, no matter what it is in life, if it's with Maskcara, if it's not, if you're on my team, if you're not, you guys, that to pray is one, have faith in yourself, and you guys set expectations for yourself. It's never a bad thing to have expectations. It's just going to push you to achieve, and you're going to come up with things that you guys never could have imagined that you'd be able to do. This company has brought out the best in me. Like, it's done so much for my confidence. You guys, the makeup's beautiful, and seriously, I'll walk by a mirror after I put on this makeup and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the way that looks. I have so much confidence from this makeup after having 3 babies and realizing that I can achieve this look. I have so much confidence from the makeup. But you guys, this company, I truly believe what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. With, like I said, I was an early childhood major, and I could spend, it's a very rewarding career teaching kids, but I could spend lots and lots of hours lesson planning and figuring out better ways to better those kids, and I could put all my time and energy into it, and financially it's not going to put out what I put into it. And so I'm obsessed with that about Maskcara, that if you want to work hard, you're going to be rewarded hard. And you guys, it's just truly better than I could have ever imagined. So you guys, persist and consist no matter what life throws at you. Do not make a plan B. Don't look back. Go at it as if, the world's on fire. Get going and just see. You're going to amaze yourself with what you can do. And then, like I said, set expectations, you guys. And so there's been some really sweet moments the last 2.5 months with my Maskcara journey. But I will tell you, one of the sweetest things I can imagine happening from this is that if your journey and my journey intersect ever, you guys, whether it's on my team, or we meet at a convention, or we're traveling and we cross paths, you guys, and we can say, oh, we were both part of the journey, or this is how I first saw you on the journey. And that's going to be seriously one of the sweetest parts of doing this. So again, thank you guys, to the twins. I hope I didn't let you down. And the rest of the girls that are ready to go, I've got a member of my own team coming, but you guys, the sisterhood that comes with this is just the cherry on top. You guys, these women are fantastic. They're from all different walks of life. I have loved getting to know them, and they are so supportive. I just want you guys to know this is the strongest leg in the team. Like, how we got to be a part of it, I don't know, but this opportunity is in your lap, you guys, and what you do with it from here is totally up to you. I'm so excited to hear from these girls and excited to meet you guys. So thank you guys again. Have a good night.